This is Sunday the 22nd, and I'm in the old town that I grew up in, a neighborhood called Pennsauken, New Jersey. I think this little subdivision was built in the 1950s called Meadowbrook. This is the house that I first lived in as a child from 1953 to 63. 26. This is Corbett Road as you get up to Union Avenue. Little modest salt box houses, some with half brick front. This is Union Avenue, heading toward Merchantville. This is a little shopping center. I remember when this place opened up. This is the old drugstore, now a farmer's market, the grocery section of the market that's here. And when I grew up, some of the houses along this section of the road had stalls for horses in the back. Not because it was the cool thing to do, but that's because some of them were built before there were cars. This was the series of shops that we always called the candy store. This one at the corner had O's Abrams was the name of the store, and they had counters in there, and they had penny candies, and some were 2 for a penny. God, I feel old when I tell this story. Some cool houses along here. Very cool. And here they're having a yard sale. Cool stuff. I'm surprised my sister isn't here to see what they have that she needs. Oh yeah, and this is the creek, or part of it. More about the creek later. In my defense of this story, I'm going to tell you that I was 5 and my sister Nancy was 3. We walked all the way from way back where we started to here, and then all the way into Merchantville, the town way up there, on a Saturday morning, because Saturday was the day after I got my allowance, which was $1, I think. So maybe I was older than that. Anyway, we walked, and to go to the bank to turn the dollar into a silver dollar, because the bank would do that. Nancy came back and told Mom and Dad that we walked to Philadelphia, which was clearly too far to go, and I got in trouble. And, of course, you may not know this now, but banks are not open on Saturdays in the 50s. So, mission not accomplished. Some cool Victorian style houses here, I think. Oh yeah, here's why I thought it was over here. Here's the Niagara Fire Company, across the street from the Merchantville Emergency Squad. And if you want to know why sidewalk surfing or skateboarding never took off in the East, this is why. Tree roots flip up these pieces of concrete, so you could trip on them pretty easily. I'm not saying I did. I swear this place is like out of a movie with Potterville in it. This CPA Solutions over here used to be the 5 and dime. And there used to be a clock at the top there that'll tell you the time of day. Over here is the Civic Center Square, the town square. That's where they used to set up the Santa Claus and bring in the reindeer before that was wrong to do. And over here, Center Street Barbershop. This is where I used to go to get my hair cut. Good morning. Are you open today?
Yes, sir.
All right, I may check back in later. Thanks. Cool. This is where the traffic officer used to stand to control the only streetlight in town, which is here. Now it's obviously automatic. But can you imagine that's your job, stopping and directing traffic from this little booth? Now, Vincent's Pizzeria, since 1971, I'll have you know, is the home, the original home of the Panzerotti tarts. Here for lunch and have a Panzerotti so I can tell more of the story. There it is, the famous bank that was closed on a Saturday. My sister and I went to trade in our silver dollars for our silver certificates for silver dollars. If this looks remarkably like the railroad station, it's because it is the old Merchantville Railroad Station. Some cool houses along the street, particularly this one. These are, I don't don't know, Victorian or Queen Anne or something. They're old style houses, but they don't make them like this anymore, and I think they should. Of course, then here's the best place to get a cup of coffee in town. Where do they have the free donuts?
I'm camera shy.
Okay, don't be shy. It's okay. Where's the best place to go?
Right around the corner on the other side of the street, there's the Merchantville Diner.
Appreciate it. He wasn't lying. That's the Merchantville Diner. Whether he's right about it being the best place in town to get a cup of coffee, I guess I'll find out. You're training for a marathon.
Yeah.
It really pays to break up your training with a little rest break in the middle. 18 miles is a long way to go. So tell me the story. This coffee is what?
It's based in Pennsauken.
Based in Pennsauken. So would it say that on here? Oh my God, it does. You're not lying to me.
Our high school smelled like coffee. I was going to take a picture of it.
Locust Coffee, 7950 National Highway, Pennsauken, New Jersey. Oh my God.
That's why our high school smelled like coffee.
Wow. I suppose if you're a bazillionaire and you live in Pennsauken or Merchantville, this would be the house you lived in. Real nice. So here's another example of where you can see that there was a pathway here where the train tracks went down or the trolley car tracks went down the middle of the road. This is the area that we always called the Great Falls of Pennsauken. There's a drain pipe that goes across the creek, and the water falls over it. Behind that, you could catch tadpoles in tadpole season, whenever that was. This is an open field area underneath the power lines where we used to play as kids. This was called the High Hill because there was a small embankment. So this is pretty much the block I grew up in. The Grants lived there. They had a 62 Thunderbird. These little salt box houses seem plenty big enough for us when we were little. I wonder why they're not today. And you can tell some of the owners take great pride. Like this family, they've always been really the classiest folks here. And yet, there are some exceptions. Well, I am almost, but not quite, at a loss to explain this. And Philadelphia Eagles snow globe on the front lawn. And here I am, back to the house I grew up in. I'm going to look on the map, but I do believe today I ran about 3.5 miles, so I'm going to call this a 5K in the old neighborhood, and I probably did it.